Hello everyone, what we're making today is a roast beef with some veggies in the crock pot. Super simple. What you're going to need is a roast. I have a rump roast here. It's almost 3 pounds. You can use a rump roast or chuck roast. I find that those two are the two that are most tender when you cook them in the crock pot. So we got one of those. We're going to need a little bit of the Better Than Bouillon beef base, some beef stock or beef broth. We're going to use 1 packet of the Lipton recipe onion soup mix, black pepper, some salt, onion powder, garlic powder. Parsley is optional for garnish at the end. I'm going to be using some red mini potatoes. It's a 1-pound bag, some baby bella mushrooms, which I'll be cleaning off and then taking the stems out and slicing them. If you wanted to use the stems, you can. I have some carrots here as well. Now I don't peel my carrots. What I'm going to do is wash them off and then cut the ends off and then just cut them into big hunks. And then I have 2 onions here. I have 2 because they're pretty small. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash off my potatoes, wash off my carrots, clean up my mushrooms, get everything sliced, get out the crock pot, and then I'll be back to show you what we do next. I have my roast in my crock pot and I already put seasoning on the first side and flipped it over. So what you're going to do is it's going to be salt, black pepper, some onion powder, garlic powder, and then a little bit of our Lipton soup mix. And then you're going to turn it over and do the same. So I already put my salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Now I'm going to put the rest of the packet of the Lipton soup mix right on top. And then we're going to take 1 spoonful of our Better Than Bouillon beef base. And put that right in there on the bottom. Just going to wipe it off like so. And then I did wash off my potatoes. Now I leave them whole. I think there was just one that I had to cut a little bit off of the one side, but I washed them off, leaving them whole. Chopped up my onion. I like them in bigger hunks like this when I do a roast, so I'm leaving them like that. Cut up my carrots and I sliced up my mushrooms. I have about 1.5 cups of our beef stock. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add my carrots. Just gonna sprinkle some of my carrots, some of my onions, some of my mushrooms. We're going to put in some potatoes. This is super simple. Now you can, if you wanted, you could sear your meat, and I've done that before. Tonight everything is going to be super easy. And then we're going to finish with the remainder of our carrots. I love carrots, so I did use the entire 2-pound bag, and as well as all of the potatoes I used as well. And the rest of our mushrooms, and then the remainder of our onions. That is 1 full pot. Now what we're going to do is just pour your broth over your stock or your broth. And this is going to go on low all night. I'm getting ready to go to bed here soon. So I was making this super easy. I may add an additional 1/2 cup, so about 2 cups total of the beef stock, just to be safe. And then when I get up in the morning, I'll turn it to warm. I'll just baste it occasionally until I'm ready to eat, and then I'll take out all of the vegetables and take out the broth that's in the crock pot, and then I'll make my homemade gravy with a cornstarch slurry. So I cannot wait to wake up in the morning because this is going to smell absolutely delicious, and you know it's going to be a good day. But I will show you what this looks like tomorrow. This is going to go on low for at least 8 hours. Okay, it is the next day and we are done. I do have it on warm. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out most of the broth, put it into a pan so I can make my homemade gravy. Our roast beef is done. Carrots, potatoes, mushrooms, onions, and our roast beef. And then homemade gravy with the drippings from the meat. Let's give it a taste. Yep. That's delicious. potatoes. One of the carrots. That's delicious. Mushrooms. Seriously delicious. One of my favorite meals right here. You can either do what I did and put everything in a crock pot the night before. That way it's ready for you the next day, or you can put it all in the crock pot before you go to work. I would say have it in the crock pot on low at least 8 hours. Now I put mine in the crock pot last night about 11 p.m. and then this morning when I got up around 7, I just turned the crock pot on to warm, just to keep it warm until I was ready. It's delicious, you guys. I used to do celery as well, but I'm not a big fan of cooked celery these days, so I just do the carrots, potatoes, onion, mushrooms. I hope y'all enjoy this video, and if you make it, please let me know how you like it. I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.